Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and greetings everyone. Today I'm gonna make my presentation regarding pronunciation drill lecture, and this is about the sounds again, like my previous video. So in here we're gonna talking about pronunciation, how to pronounce the English sounds properly, as my previous video. So we've been learned before, and we also figuring out another sounds in English. And I would like to say welcome in English pronunciation lessons. So before we do our presentation, I'm gonna introducing myself first. So as you can see on the screen, currently I get enrolled as an English literature student at one of the private university in Jakarta named BSI University. And yes, I'm majoring in English literature. So as you can see on the screen, in the past when I was still high school, I was being a language student at high schools. So at that, I also learned about several languages such as German, Japanese, Indonesia, and English. But particularly for English and Indonesia, I also learned about the literature. So it's not just learning about the language and about the language, but also I do learn about the literature of Indonesia, but here in English. Okay, we're gonna move to our material. So what we will learn on this presentation, on this change. So the first things that we will learn is sounds in English. What is sounds? So sound is an important part in English language. Through this way, you will be able to get understand with how English works properly. So if you been know about sounds in English, you will get easy to understand the overall the English words, overall the English passage, whether you're writing, whether you're speaking, or something else. And the second lesson that we will learn is pronouncing English words. So if you been able to understand the sound in English, then surely you will be able to pronouncing English words correctly. Hereby our material on this presentation, on this change. So the first is sounds of n and ng or and the second is sounds of l and r. Okay, for n and ng sounds, those sounds above have different pronunciation, surely, and you have to see how the difference is. But despite of those sounds just have a big difference, but you have to able to see the difference of those sounds from those sounds. Okay, the second sounds is L and R. So it is the same as the previous sounds, but this sounds has a significant difference. And surely you will able to see the difference easily because those have a different letter, different pronunciation, and yes, you will get to use it. Okay, we're gonna move to the sounds, to the first sounds. Okay, this is sounds of N. But before I do pronouncing this word, this example, I will pronouncing the another example. So you will get enrich your vocabulary in English, and I hope it will be useful and helpful for you. And let's pronouncing the first word. So you have to see the difference amongst these first sounds and the second sounds. Okay, let's uh, let's move on. Let's get it started. Okay, first is me, knee, mile, Nile, mine, nine, team, tin, com, con, name, and main. Okay, see the difference, right? Between the first sounds and the second sounds. Okay, I hope you get it. Okay, let's move to the another practice. Okay, it's a bit complicated, but you will get to use it. Okay, the first words is noise, apartment, Norton, avenue, morning, unfurnished, central London, rent, inexpensive, 99, agency, month, 11:15, oven, station, garden, often, accommodation, kitchen, 7, television, Mr. Mason, 11, prison, certainly. Okay, that's the end of the word. That's the end of the and word example. So we're gonna we're gonna move to the another example. So I'm gonna pronouncing the words that you can see on the screen. Okay, the first word is never, nothing, no, need, nobody, nurture, no, any, guns, answer, and avenue, midnight, enough, happens, handle, when, then, downtown, town, knife, country, woman, funny, and the last is sun. Okay, we're gonna move to the ng sounds, but before I do pronouncing the words that you can see on the screen, I will pronouncing the another example of ng sounds. Okay, the first practice is win, wing, thin, think, bend, bang, run, rang, run, wrong, run, and wrong. Okay, we're gonna move to the another example. So it's a bit complicated, but I'm sure that you will get to use it. Okay, the first is King, Mr. King, running, think, Mr. Pring, ringing, drink, morning, and singing, finger something, bringing, angrily, standing, banging, happening, hanging, strong, and the last is string. Okay, I'm gonna pronouncing the ng words that you can see on the screen. Okay, the first word is strong, function, hang, monkey, drink, uncle, singer, donkey, brings, length, things, something, doing, boring, think, trinket, language, younger, single, increase, incapable, long, king, engage, and the last is ingredient. Okay, let's move to the another sounds. Okay, also I will pronouncing the another example of these sounds. Okay, let me, okay, this is the sound of, okay, this is the L sound. So I hope you can get the difference between the L sound and you can pronounce it correctly. Okay, the first is no, low, night, light, nine, line, Jenny, jelly, bin, bill, 10, and the last is 10. Okay, I'm gonna move to the another example, and this a bit complicated, and but you can get to use it surely. Okay, the first word is bill, help, uncle, Paul, myself, bicycle, towel, holding, careful, fall, difficult, beautiful, pool, salesman, sensible, I'll or I will. That's like a shortcut for short the words. So when you want to write I will, you can make it short, and it's going to be I'll. Spoiled child, special, small, always, little, fault, and gentleman. Okay, let's move to the another sound, to the sounds of R or R, in British accent and R in American accent. Okay, the first word is long, wrong, like, right, load, road, jelly, jerry, fly, fry, glass, and grass. Okay, let's move to the other practice. Root, parent, Austria, Rita, America, interesting, rosemary, everywhere, secretary, secretary, Mr. Reed, Europe, grown up, Russia, pretty, Greece, very, proud, drive, Jerry, friends, Paris, waitress, married, and the last is countries. Let's move to the other practice. Railway, Laura, clavers, really, lorry, electrician, Roland, library, children, Miss Rhonda librarian, and Australian. Let's move to the another example of these sounds. The first word is New York, later, quarter, depart, weather, airport, afternoon, announcer, order, passenger, sir, earlier, forbidden, are, departure, wonderful, beer, forecaster, German, dear, supermarket, upstairs, for, Dr. Darling, marvelous, more, Mr. Martin, emergency, there, storm, sure, worse. Okay, that's the end of the example, and also I'm gonna pronouncing the words that you can see on the screen. Okay, the first word is car, door, were, where, brother, future, hair, where, year, pure, cure, start, try, share, present, hear, search, free, subscribe, work, course, true, from, really, and right. Okay, that's the end of the example of R sounds in English, but you have to pay attention. When you meet the British people, you will see that they are pronouncing the R sounds. It's very quiet or silent. So you have to see the difference between the American accent and British accent because those accent is most is the accent is the accent that most used in the world because you see the significant difference between those accents when the British is not pronouncing the R sounds clearly and the American is pronouncing R sounds clearly. So for example, they didn't say British, but they said British. Or okay, let's give another example. So you can see on the screen that the first word is car. So American we're gonna be say car with the clear R, and the British people were gonna be sounding or pronouncing the word is like car. It's like H word at the end, but it's not H actually. It's like R in the silent voice, like something like it. So you have to see the difference between the British people when they say R and American when they say R, because not all of the English speakers pronouncing the R sounds clearly. So there is some people or some groups that voicing the R sounds in silence, such as Australian or people from United Kingdom or its Commonwealth, like Australian or sometimes Malaysian. You know, Malaysians didn't say card but cut like British, but it's more Melayu. Okay. Okay, so that's the end of our presentation. I would like to say danke euch allen und danke für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. Und ich hoffe, dieses Material kann hilfreich sein. And if there's any inquiries, just hit me through DMs or on Instagram at Delpha PRDPYA. Okay, that's the end of our presentation. I'm gonna leave this presentation quickly, and I would like to say thanks a bunch for those of you who watching this video till the end, and I hope it's gonna be useful, helpful, and can improve your English language as well. Because English language is such an important language right now, and for example, when you want to get to work, you want to get to work, mostly the company will require you to able to speaking English at least in at the elementary level. Okay, thank you and see you.